All right, let's jump right into a story that honestly really needs to be told. Today, we're kind of unpacking the emotional journey from Mary Scheidegger's book, Here We Go Again. And this book, it's for the millions of grandparents out there who suddenly find themselves in a role they never ever saw coming, raising their grandkids.
So the author kicks things off with this line, and wow, it just hits you, doesn't it? This book wasn't supposed to exist. I mean, nobody plans to live this story. It's a path that's carved out of crisis, out of necessity, and really out of a love that just refuses to quit. It sets the perfect stage for this completely unplanned journey we're about to walk through.
You know, every single one of these stories starts with a moment, just one moment, and that one moment splits your entire life in two, right? There's the before, and then there's the after. So let's really dig into what that pivot feels like, going from the life you had all mapped out to the life that's suddenly right in front of you, needing you.
I mean, we all have this picture in our heads, right? The dream of being a grandparent. The plan for your golden years is simple. You get to be the fun one. You're the one with the endless supply of warm cookies. You get to spoil them rotten on the holidays. You have those awesome giggly sleepovers, and then, and this is the best part, you get to happily send them home to that glorious peace and quiet. That was supposed to be the deal. That was the plan.
But for so many people, that dream just shatters in an instant. The reality isn't some gentle shift. No, it's more like an earthquake. It's that phone call in the middle of the night that makes your heart just stop cold. It's the knock at the door you absolutely were not expecting. Or maybe it's that just gut-wrenching sight of a little kid standing on your doorstep holding a single backpack with everything they own in the entire world. In that 1 second, everything changes. You're not just grandma or papa anymore. You are home.
Okay, so after that initial shock starts to wear off, something else begins to creep in. A totally different kind of reality. It's the weight of it all. The invisible burdens, you know? The quiet, unspoken toll that comes with a responsibility you absolutely never asked for. And these are the thoughts that just run on a loop, usually in the dead of night, right? The things you barely even want to admit to yourself. I'm too old for this. Or that terrifying fear for your own health, thinking, what in the world happens to them if something happens to me? And of course, that little resentful whisper, I didn't ask for this. But what the book makes so clear is this: having these thoughts doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad caregiver. It just makes you human.
And then there's this question, the one that really captures that quiet panic that starts to set in. See, at first you tell yourself it's just for a little while. Oh, it's just for a few days, or just until things get sorted out. But then a day comes when it hits you. This isn't temporary. This isn't a pause. This is your life now. And that realization, that sense of permanency, man, that brings a whole new level of fear with it.
But here's the thing. You just can't live in that state of panic forever. It's not sustainable. Sooner or later, you have to make a pivot. And that's what this next part of the journey is all about. It's about shifting gears from just pure survival mode to, actively trying to find some steady ground right in the middle of the storm.
So one of the first things the book does is give this role a name, and it's such a powerful one, a GrandRaiser. Think about that. It's not just babysitter or guardian or caregiver. It acknowledges the absolute truth of what you're doing. You are raising a child. You are their parent for all intents and purposes. And just being able to name it, well, that's the first real step toward owning it with some strength.
Of course, finding practical, actual ways to cope is just crucial. And the book offers this one practice that is so brilliantly simple, the 10-minute decompression window. Here's how it works. After the kids are finally in bed, you just set a timer for 10 minutes. That's it. No chores, no scrolling on your phone. You can just breathe. You can cry. You can literally just stare at the wall if you want. It's this tiny, almost defiant act of self-preservation. It's you telling the universe, hey, I matter too.
And for a lot of people, including the author herself, this prayer became an absolute lifeline. She talks about whispering these words over and over again, and really, it's such a powerful tool for just trying to sort through the chaos, right? It helps you figure out, okay, what can I actually change here, and what do I just have to let go of? It's not about giving up, not at all. It's about finding peace wherever you possibly can.
So what happens when you start finding these little ways to cope? Well, the ground beneath your feet starts to feel just a little bit more solid. And that's when the whole narrative can start to shift again. You're moving beyond just surviving, just getting through the day. You're starting to do the proactive work of building strength, and maybe, just maybe, even starting to thrive.
Oh man, this comparison is just so real, isn't it? Surviving, that's running on empty. It's cold coffee and scrolling through your phone late at night, just filled with dread. But thriving? Thriving isn't about your life suddenly becoming perfect. It's not that at all. It's about those small but really meaningful shifts in how you see things. It's that moment when you can actually laugh at the mess instead of crying over it. It's all about progress, not perfection.
Now, this is so important to understand. For a kid who's been through trauma, feeling safe changes absolutely everything. And that means a lot of the old school discipline techniques, well, they can actually make things worse. The real work, the hard work, is about choosing connection first, always. Connection before correction. It's about being that steady, solid presence that sends one unbelievably powerful message. You are safe. I'm not going anywhere. And your big, messy, complicated feelings, they are not too much for me.
So all of this hard work, all these shifts, it all leads to what might be the single most important message in the entire book. You cannot and should not do this alone. This final piece of the journey is about rising together. It's about finding your village, really understanding the impact you're having, and clinging to hope. I mean, what a profound way to reframe everything. Think about it. What you're doing every day, it isn't just putting out fires. It's not just crisis management. You are building something. Something that will last for generations. You are mending what was broken. You are planting roots in unstable ground. It's not just survival, it's legacy.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. By just showing up, day after day after day, you are literally rewriting the definition of love for a child. You're showing them what love looks like when it's stable, when it's secure, when it's unconditional, when it stays. You aren't just raising a child, you are raising tomorrow. You're breaking cycles. You're planting hope.
And so we're going to end with this. A question that is both a validation of everything you do and a bit of a challenge. It's an acknowledgement of the incredible weight you carry. But it's also a powerful, powerful reminder that you, the caregiver, you need a village too. You deserve to be supported and held up. So the question we leave you with is this. You're busy raising tomorrow, but who is helping to raise you?